I'm Kimberly Trapani, executive producer, director, and the visionary for All Consuming Film. All Consuming Film is about the heartbreaking effects of illegal drug addiction and the overprescription of pills. This country has the biggest drug epidemic growing problem in the world.
I remember waking up in the hospital with a broken back, broken rib, broken hand.
I told them that it had to stop or we couldn't continue.
I have to motivate this person to stay off drugs.
You're allowing it to happen, and you're not fixing the problem. You're contributing to the problem by giving a safe haven.
At the same time, the worst news delivered sucked the life out of my world. I have been advised to be more humble and grateful. I have been accused and pinned against the wall with harsh words that I should have done more for my sister to live. Humanity does not want to learn humbleness from my own real life experiences. I learned gratitude and appreciation with news that my energetic, vibrant, educated, and beautiful sister departed my world. My sister Katie was sworn in as an ethical attorney just over a decade ago with a whole life ahead of her. My seasoned education, career experiences, and awards would have never prepared me for a day that I had to witness my sister in a casket. Nor would I want any other human being to learn this real life, unfortunate humbleness. However, there is a substance so intriguing and larger than life that can entice any brain and destroys the reality of everyone involved. My sister was an unselfish human being that always strived to put everyone in her life first. I could not keep up with her social network, nor her unlimited, supportive business networks. Her dedication to passing her Bar Association exam included around-the-clock studying, her out-of-the-norm silence for months, and rare occasion of declining the attendance of her favorite major baseball player's birthday party. Anyone that knew my sister knows how this strong woman would go to the ends of the earth to put a smile on a person's face. Katie was not raised in a ghetto. Katie was not economically disadvantaged. Katie held a successful career with high-profile clients. So why would I have to lose a sister 40 years before a normal life expectancy? Why do I need to be telling this horrific story right now? I have been questioned before and after my sister's death of what we could have done to help her. Apparently, my many conversations with Kate, my prayers and pleas to the church, my begging calls to counselors and rehabilitation centers was not enough to save this woman from chemical dependency. Even sending my film script to a film production and bringing the movie to screen was not enough to stop this amazing sister from being buried in the ground. And working around the clock to send the message of hope, along with endorsements from Academy Award winners, authors, and Grammy artists, did not prevent the ultimate traumatic event of witnessing my sister as an embalmed, lifeless human. I have worked very hard to send a strong message both domestically and globally. My film has told the world that there is a growing, out of control drug epidemic. There needs to be more resources, including monetary, intangible support systems. Kate motivates me to talk about heroin and what it is to be successful to combat this and throw it away in the trash. I'm sitting here waiting for a bus, and I can tell you what a person with a DWI goes through that has lost their license and has had many court fees and can't drive anywhere. A person that doesn't have a license because they've driven drunk or have drugged and got caught by the police officers. It's like sitting and waiting for a bus for a very long time with a bottle that is empty. It's depressing. It sucked the life out of this person, going to jail and then having to make bail. I can tell you I understand. My sister and I had multiple conversations about heroin and alcohol before her death. What will be successful and what doctors are prescribing on a regular basis. And this medicine to get out of pain is becoming highly addictive. So as I sit here and wait for the bus, I understand what a person who doesn't have a driver's license has to go through on a regular basis. They can't fly unless they have an identification. They can't go to the library and get a library card. They can't go to certain establishments and drink or socialize without a driver's license. And they take the chance of hurting somebody else's life on the road. And as pills and alcohol become more and more addictive, as I wait for this bus, for transportation, to go to meetings, to get help, it becomes even more and more depressing. Tell you and encourage you to seek help and recovery. And so let's talk about perfectionism. At times it's a vicious cycle, and we can go along and try to strive and have an intrinsic motivation to be perfect. However, there's not one person on this planet, and correct me if I'm wrong, that is. So let's talk about what's going to be successful in recovery. Addiction is a tricky thing. We learn how to become an addict within 5 days on an average, and one would argue that it takes about 28 days to break a habit. However, we have something called triggers, and when we're in our environment and hanging around people that we've hung around with during our addiction days, we start to develop memories in something called triggers. So if we see people that we're accustomed to see while we're high, we think about getting high again. If we're in our same environment, we think about getting high again. It's so easy to call that number that we have to get our next high, our next tool to make us feel good and euphoric. However, one suggestion I should make is when we're trying to break a habit, whether it's smoking or staying away from food or trying addiction, it may be good to find a new source of triggers that are positive. And one of them might be to surround ourselves with people that are actually going to support our sobriety. I learned not to swat at bees or I would get stung. Mwah. Drugs are like a train wreck. There's one path for you when you're a drug addict. One path, one way, one consequence. When you do heroin, crystal meth, cocaine, snort it up your nose or inject it in your arm, you have one opportunity to overdose and die. Help me help you get recovered to live. Let's get the drug epidemic out of America. Mwah. And as I'm encouraging life, I have a motivation to play tennis. I love hitting the ball. I love using the racket to vent my frustrations, but not everyone in the world likes tennis. And to stay in the game, you have to keep playing the game. When you give up your hopes of becoming a recovered addict, you're ensuring death, not life. Just as I play tennis, if I give up and put down my racket, I'm ensuring I'm never going to get better, I'm never going to win a game, and I'm never going to play the game. So my suggestion to you is to pick up your life piece by piece. Keep playing the game, stay in the game. As I drive balls across the court, I'm only getting better. Sure, I may lose a game here or there, but if I don't keep playing, I'm not going to ensure that I am going to get better. I encourage you to keep trying on your recovery path, because you will live an amazing, happy life in recovery.